Everybody's expected a good fight tonight.
Mickey Ward starts off with a left hook upstairs, not the trademark punch. That one goes to the ribs, but perhaps a reminder to Gatti, I'll throw it up here too. Gatti's take on how to fight Mickey Ward, who is a body puncher destroyer. Well, he says body punchers don't like it to the body. I'll hit him in the rib cage too.
And I think he's going to do that too.
Another big left hook.
Mickey's not going to get behind on points in this fight in case he gets stopped on an accidental injury. That's for sure. He's coming out off the bat.
Normally a slower starter who sort of builds tempo as the fight goes on, but that's a good point. He probably learned a bit of a lesson in Texas about the importance of getting off early.
Yes, but he's also going to learn the importance of throwing a straight right hand too, because that looping right hand is not going to be effective tonight.
Gatti's been all over the scale, 130, 135, up to 147, now back to 140. I think he may finally be fighting Emmanuel at his most effective weight.
Yes,
and he shows combination punching skill there.
And there's a cut on the right eye of Mickey Ward. It's on the corner. I don't know if it's dangerous, but from that left hook that Gatti landed earlier.
Gatti's looking very good. He's shooting his punches real loose, freely. Everything is flowing beautiful, and he's moving out of the way very gracefully.
Yeah, Arturo looks good in there as he's already opened up the cut above Ward's right eye, same eye over which Ward was cut in his loss to Vince Phillips.
And it does look like a bad cut.
Looks
Jim.
deep. Well, you know, we mentioned the two cut men, Al Gavin and Joe Souza. You don't normally hear those names in the pre-fight on camera, but it was necessary tonight.
That's right, and if he can make it back to the corner, Al Gavin is a good cut man. In fact, both of them are good cut men.
Al's as good as there is. If there's anybody who's that good, it's Joe Souza, who's across the way.
So both guys may end up bleeding if this fight continues at the way that it's going.
Well, any fight in which Arturo doesn't bleed is an upset. Look at the combinations, though, from Gatti.
Everything is flowing beautiful, very natural.
The fighters who customarily give Gatti trouble have jabs, and we haven't seen any jabs or many jabs coming from Ward.
Now that's a great point, Larry. In his losses to Ivan Robinson and Angel Manfredi, he was beaten to the jab. Ward walks in without jabbing. That's perfect for Gatti. Arturo looking over at us as if to say, I agree with the call.
Bad of problems as a cut may be, I think the biggest problem that Ward is having is dealing with the rhythm right now, Gatti. Gatti's got his rhythm to move it. He's doing everything very natural. Everything is flowing smoothly. And I think it's going to continue that way unless Mickey steps it up.
Mickey's going to have to crowd Arturo against the ropes. He won't beat Gatti in the middle of the ring. Gatti simply has better feet.
That's a good fact. And also upper body movement. Gatti's moving his upper body, not just moving. He's moving, bobbing, and weaving. Mixing up his punches very well.
Uppercut, left hook. Gatti firing from all angles. It looks so far as though the marriage of Gatti and Buddy McGirt is paying huge dividends for Arturo's basic craft.
Absolutely, he looks very good. He's doing a more variety of things. For the most part, Mickey's very predictable right now. And the speed and the different movements is really confusing Mickey. You can see it if you study his mind.
But we've seen Mickey Ward lose every minute of every round and win the fight, as he did against Alfonso Sanchez. You can never count him out.
Let him go, let him go.
Having problems with the power that Gatti's got, because Gatti's a good puncher. He turns all of his body through in his punches, and he's what we call a free puncher. He lets all of his body turn all the way through, very loose and natural. And it's the variety of things that he's doing that's really causing a lot of problems.
You understand?
Whereas Mickey is very predictable. Plus, I think the punching power of Gatti, in addition to his boxing, is very effective.
Yeah, between rounds, when we focused on Ward's corner to watch Al Gavin work the cut, I'm told that Arturo Gaddi's people, trainer Buddy McGirt in particular, were telling him, you've got too much power for Mickey. He's not used to facing power like yours.
At this stage, he's got a little bit of too much of everything.
Started to say, I think it's the speed more than the power.
The speed, and he's shooting uppercuts, left hooks, right hands over the shoulder, a variety of things.
By
Body punches.
Numbers, Arturo threw 70 punches in round 1. He's going to wind up throwing more than 70 at this rate in round 2. And he's connecting at a high percentage, and Ward is just occasionally getting in a pot shot here and there.
The impressive thing about what Gatti is doing is that when he throws those combinations, he's not staying there long enough to get hit in return.
Now, Ward is doing exactly what he should do. Now, he's closing the distance now to try to neutralize some of the movements. He's closing the distance before he punches.
Here you keep the punches up.
And now Cappuccino warning Gatti to keep punches up. So let's make a note that there. CompuBox numbers through the second round. Arturo Gatti averaging 29 jabs thrown per round. That makes it very difficult for Ward, who doesn't really have a jab, to start his attack.
But Ward seems to be applying more pressure now and trying to get closer. And he's going to have to continue doing that. He can't sit back at a distance. He's going to have to get very close to Gatti if he's got any chance of pulling this fight off.
And he's going to have to trust that Al Gatti can keep the cut under control and keep him in the fight even as he presses forward.
Yes, he does. Gavin seems to have did a good job. Usually, a good cut man takes 2 rounds before the blood really coagulates.
Hard left hook by Arturo Gatti. Gatti landing a lot of punches cleanly and sharply. Ward trying to feint his way inside. Looks as though Gatti is so conscious of Ward's left hook that there might be an opening here for Ward to land the right hand. But he's not really quick with the right, the way he is with the left.
See, Ward is primarily dealing with one punch for the most part. Most of the punches are going to strict his left hand. And most good fighters can neutralize that. He's going to have to stay, just as he's doing now, he's going to have to continue to do that, to stay close.
Gatti turning away from Ward at the ropes and back to the center of the ring.
Well, he's not going to be able to deal with Gatti's speed anyway, so he's just going to stay closer, and that's the only chance he's got.
Stop!
Earlier in the round, Ward landed his first good hook to the body. He has to do more of that if he's going to be there in the second half of the fight.
He just landed his second good left hook to the body.
You got to remember also that Gatti himself cuts up and swells up pretty bad himself.
Well, and if anything will take Gatti's foot movement away, it would be that left hook to the body. If Ward could get it in there.
And he's getting closer and closer now.
What Gatti's people have been most concerned about is just this kind of stuff that will keep Ward in the fight long enough to bust up Gatti.
Yep, and here comes the Lowell, Massachusetts contingent rising to the occasion for their fighter. And here's Gatti with some of that I'll give it to him in the body medicine.
Now the fight has turned out to be what we expected. So much for the boxing.
They're standing up in round 3.
Maybe those body punches have slowed Gatti down a little bit.
And now he's trying to slow Ward down with body punches too.
Good sharp left hook upstairs by Gatti. Uppercuts for Arturo. Handstands. Ward's cut opening again. Ward is live from Las Vegas. Great fight. Round 4 begins. In round 3, the two fighters, by CompuBox estimate, landed a combined 53 power shots. 30 for Gatti, 23 for Ward. Harold, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim. 3-0, 30-27, Arturo Gatti. Jim, I got to tell you, Arturo Gatti showing us not only beautiful combinations, but really, really nice ring generalship. It's a big ring, probably something like 22 feet. He's moving beautifully, keeping Mickey Ward off balance. When he did stand still in the last minute of round 3, he ripped those shots to the body. Always combinations. I think Arturo Gatti's won all 3 rounds, although the third one was close.
Given that Ward is the New England fighter, Manny, you have to be surprised at the size of the ring.
Yes, I thought it would be a smaller ring to favor him, but right now the ring is a big ring. which really would favor Gaddy since he's coming to this fight predicted that he would be the boxer.
Gaddy's left eye beginning to swell. No blood yet. Gaddy's left eye swells in virtually every fight.
That's because of those high cheekbones that he has. Good right hand. Good right hand. Good right hand.
And Gaddy
good right hand. And he hurt him with that right hand too.
Gaddy trying to clear his head, comes back with his own punches.
Now the Warriors are going to come out of both of those guys. I don't think the boxing is going to be too much from this point on. I think Gaddy's going to have to fight Mickey because Mickey's putting too much pressure on him now. And he's going to resort back to what he's been doing most of his career, and that's to punch.
Gaddy to the body. Gaddy with uppercut. Right hand. Oh, this is good stuff.
Looks like there's blood coming now from Ward's mouth.
But we saw Ward in those type of fights. You remember the fight with Emmanuel Burton, so this is just one of his normal fights.
Fight of the year for 2000.